country during fallen autocrat Hasina. National Consensus Commission willing to start dialogue with political parties to decide on national charter, says Dr. Ali Riaz. British High Commissioner Sarah Cook calls on Chief Election Commissioner, Election Commission taking preparation for election in December, says CEC. Election Commission published public notice for registration of new political party. Deadline for registration, April the 20th. Magura child rape case. 4 accused remanded after midnight hearing. Rallies in Dhaka University and other areas demanding capital punishment of all rapists, including Magura child rape. Death toll in Syria has reached 1,311. Eyewitnesses accused killings after searching door to door. And in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League, legends of Rupkonj, Ghazi Group of Cricketers and Ograni Bank Cricket Club win. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. Let's move on now to the details. The interim government will proclaim a special law soon to bring back billions of stolen money. The decision was taken at a high-level meeting on prevention of money laundering held at the State Guest House, Jamuna today. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus presided over the meeting. Finance Advisor Saleuddin Ahmed, Law Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul, Bangladesh Bank Governor Dr. Ahsan H. Mansoor, Chief Advisor Special Envoy Lutfi Siddiqui, Home Secretary Nasimul Ghani, Finance Secretary Dr. Mohammad Khairuzzaman Mojumdar and Chairman of the Anti-Corruption Commission Dr. Mohammad Abdul Momin were present at the meeting, among others. After the meeting, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam briefed reporters at the Foreign Service Academy. Chief Advisor's Deputy Press Secretary Abul Kalam Azad and Apurva Jahangir and Assistant Press Secretary Shuchismita Tithi were present at the briefing. The press secretary said during the Sheikh Hasina regime, about $234 billion was laundered abroad from Bangladesh, and $17 billion was siphoned off from the country's banking sector. It was an extra kind of highway robbery, he added. The press secretary said since beginning of the interim government, it's one of the top priorities was to bring back the laundered assets. He said many works regarding the recovery of stolen assets will be accelerated under the law. The National Consensus Commission wants to begin discussions with political parties soon and reach an agreement in a short time to formulate a national charter. Vice President of the Commission, Dr. Ali Riaz, said this at a press conference at the LD Hall of the Jatiyo Shongshod today. Ali Riaz said amendment to the Constitution is possible through ordinances. He went on saying that election for a constituent assembly and the parliamentary election could be held at a time if political parties are agreed on the issue. Responding to queries from journalists, Dr. Ali Riaz said it is not responsibility of the interim government to carry out all reforms. The elected government will materialize it, and commitments of political parties are necessary in this regard. Head of Public Administration Reform Commission Abdul Mueed Chaudhry, Head of Police Reform Commission Sarfaraj Hussain, Electoral System Reform Commission Chief Dr. Badiul Alam Mozumdar, Judiciary Reform Commission Chief Justice Emdadul Haq, Chief of Anti-Corruption Commission Reform Body Dr. Iftikharuzaman and Chief Advisor Special Assistant Journalist Monir Haidar were present at the time. The Election Commission is taking preparations to go for election targeting December. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin said this after holding a meeting with British High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Sarah Cook, at the Nirbachon Bhavan in the capital's Agargaon today. He said in order to organize the election in December, schedule has to be announced in October, and the Commission is progressing accordingly. However, the Chief Advisor will announce the date for the national election, he added. The CEC went on saying that he talked to the British High Commissioner over the 13th parliamentary election. The EC has sought cooperation for providing training to agents of contestants and observers, the Chief Election Commissioner added. Recently, different media of the country aired a news on comments of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, on Hard Talk, an interview-based program of the BBC World Service about the role of the Bangladesh Army in the student movement in July-August last year. The Bangladesh Army properly assesses the significance of human rights and takes any constructive criticism seriously, but considers clarification necessary for greater accuracy and transparency. Inter-Services Public Relations said this in a press release today. ISPR said it is to be noted that the Bangladesh Army is not aware of any indication or message from the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. If any concern has been raised, it may have been communicated to the then Bangladesh government and not to the Army. The Bangladesh Army operates in accordance with national security guidelines and always respects the rule of law and human rights principles. However, Volker Turk's comments are being misrepresented by some quarters, which may create misconceptions about the role of the Army and question its professionalism. In the press release, ISPR said, holding the great tradition of neutrality and honesty, Bangladesh Army is always committed to stay by the side of the people. Events of the past, particularly the democratic transition of 1991, proved that the Bangladesh Army never acted against the will of the people. During the July-August movement of 2024, the Army stood by the people and ensured public safety without any bias or external influence. As the second largest troop contributing country in the world, Bangladesh is internationally recognized for its professionalism and dedication. ISPR said it may be mentioned that peacekeepers get only a small part of the income earned in UN peacekeeping missions, and the lion's share of it contributes significantly to the national economic growth, which amounts to about 27,000 crore taka in the last 23 years. Bangladesh Army values its long-standing good relations with the United Nations Human Rights Commission and is always committed to discharging its responsibilities to the people of the country and the international community. ISPR said Bangladesh Army believes that any concern or confusion regarding the role of the Army can be effectively resolved through constructive discussion. A complaint has been lodged with the International Crimes Tribunal over the alleged enforced disappearance of BNP leader and councillor Chaudhry Alam, accusing 18 persons. Awami League Presidium member and former Minister Mufazzal Hussain Chaudhry Maya and National Telecommunication Monitoring Centre NTMC's former Director General Ziaul Ahsan are among the accused. Abu Said Chaudhry, elder son of Chaudhry Alam, submitted the allegation of crimes against humanity to the Office of the Chief Prosecutor today. He said following a writ in June 2010, the High Court issued an order to the government to find out Chaudhry Alam at the earliest, but the order of the court was not carried out. A Magura court on Sunday midnight placed the main accused Hitu Sheikh on a 7-day remand and 3 others on a 5-day remand each in the widely discussed case over the rape of a child. The court passed the remand order after the hearing. The accused are victim's brother-in-law Shajib Hussain, victim's elder sister's father-in-law Hitu Sheikh, an underage adolescent, and victim's elder sister's mother-in-law Jabeda Khatun. Victim's family alleged that the child was raped Thursday last while visiting her sister's house in Nij Nanduali village on the outskirts of Magura town. According to the case statement, Hitu Sheikh raped the child while the other accused assisted him. Bangladesh Jatiyotawadi Chhatra Dal today formed a human chain in front of the High Court, protesting violence, oppression, rape and online harassment against women. Jatiyotawadi Chhatra Dal President Rakibul Islam Rakib, General Secretary Nasiruddin Nasir and students from various universities and colleges in Dhaka participated in the human chain. Speakers at the human chain said that rape incidents have not decreased in the country because none of the cases in the past 16 years have been properly prosecuted. Chhatradol President Rakibul Islam Rakib called upon the organization's members across the country to remain vigilant in preventing rape and maintaining law and order. Jatiyotawadi Mohila Dol held a rally protesting the rape of child Ashia in Magura. The rally was held today in front of the BNP Noyapolton office. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Advocate Ruhul Kabir Rizvi was present as the chief guest. Rizvi said that Sheikh Hasina had turned the country into a terrifying state over the past 15 to 16 years. He called for united action on the streets against those involved in injustice, corruption and unethical activities in society. The BNP leader also urged everyone to stand together against criminals. Additionally, he demanded a proper investigation and justice for those involved in this brutal rape incident. Jatiyotawadi Mohila Dal President Afroza Abbas and General Secretary Sultana Ahmed, among others, were present at the time. Later, the rally paraded various roads in the capital.
গন্ধ হইব কেন? কি হইছে? রক্ষী মায়ের ধমকাই